Game started.
I got one right away. Let's try English. English opening, C4. E6. I'm going to just continue. I guess he's going to play, oh no, he plays a laid back opening. I was thinking he might play D5 and just challenge the center right away. So the bishop on the long diagonal is putting pressure here, so he can't move his bishop. Maybe he was planning to move that next. But this setup here, a lot of times the knights go to the center and the bishop's fianchetto. Let's continue developing. I'm just trying to own this light square diagonal here. And he's making a bunch of pawn moves. I guess at some point I should probably try and challenge in the center. Let's get another piece out. Let's defend the knight so I can take back with a queen instead of a pawn if I want to. And then I'm going to play my pawn to D3, opening up a line for this bishop. And then I'm going to castle. He still is not challenging the center here. Pretty interesting. And this pawn here is well defended. So the idea of developing my bishop and putting the queen behind it to make a battery on that pawn is does not seem to be accomplishing much. And this row of pawns on the third rank keeps my pieces off the fourth rank, so it provides a good barrier here for the black defense. I should try and bust this up somehow, maybe even with the pawn sack. But okay, let's try on the queen side. I've sort of targeted myself towards queen side development here, with the bishop pointing this way and the line of pawns going this way. So maybe I can play B5 and bust some things open here. Now, I don't know what his plan is here. I guess knights to the center. Where is this bishop going? He might play B5 himself to stop me from playing B5 and give his bishop a perch here on B7. I guess that would be logical. But I'm ahead in development because he's made so many pawn moves. So if he pushes any pawns, I'm going to try and force an exchange, open up some lines, and try and take advantage of my better development. Okay, another knight in the center. So yeah, let's go ahead and play B5. That'll force something to open up. Right, if he pushes that one, I can take this one. And but do I want to? You can take back with the rook or the pawn. And then I want to make sure there's an open line somewhere. I don't want the position to get so closed that nobody has any hope of doing anything active. So once there's an open file, you want to take control of it. He can contest my control of this file, of course. Now the pawn is guarding B5, and the knight is guarding B6. But I could still think of playing knight to A4 and then to B6. Let's see, he's got his bishop on this diagonal. This is his good diagonal, the dark squared diagonal here. And this pawn is weak here. How about I just try to... well, maybe not. I was going to say, if I push this pawn, it keeps this d-pawn backwards here, but it does make my it blocks my own bishop here, which is maybe not what I want to do. Okay, let's go after the d pawn with the bishop, see how he defends it. That way. So that gives me a square for my knight here. And I can have this idea of creating a battery with the queen and the bishop against this pawn on h6 now too. Okay, that defends h6. Now, if I put my knight here, now he can just exchange it. I don't think that gains me anything. If I put my knight over here, actually there's a little bit of danger my bishop might get trapped here, isn't there? If he can push the pawn to f4 and then to f5, take. I guess I'm still well defended, but there'd be a danger if he pushed, for example, g5, then f5, f4, trapping my bishop. So what do I want to do? How about I'll expand on this side, h4, then allows me to pull my knight out of the way and maybe push f4. And also the knight can go to knight can go to g4 and triple up on this square. Ah, he's going there with his knight. Okay, well now at least when I move this knight it cleared a line for the bishop, so I can occupy this square without losing the an exchange of pawns there. Also this square may become available. It looks like maybe I could double my rooks on the b file here. I didn't want to put it on the same line as the that bishop. He would have to move two pieces out of the way, the knight and the pawn, but he might be able to find a tactical way to do that. So he is going to break in the center. That will harass my rook. And with the bishop there, hitting... I guess I'm going to take my chances. Let's see, up, 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 up. These squares are all covered. And here or here. Well, if I move it here, it's making a threat at least. So I can threaten to take that pawn on c5 there. And hopefully I can get it off of this diagonal before it gets in trouble. Yeah, now I can just take that pawn because the bishop is on it as well as the rook. And if he exchanges, then the bishop goes there. It's a loose piece, but it can retreat. I think I don't get in too much trouble. And he's probably going to have to move his rook here. So let's see, where can I go now? I can bring my knight back to f3 and hit this pawn here, I guess. And the queen defends that. Let's, oh, that's a little dangerous. If I defend the bishop, he could put his rook behind the queen, so it's probably safer to retreat. Now I want to get my rook active. So where is the best square for the rook? Oh, I know. Put the rook on b1 and threaten the bishop to b6, skewering the queen and rook. Okay, lifts his rook. Yeah, I can play my rook to here, attacking his a pawn, and that bishop is twice defended. I was thinking there might be a tactic of rook takes knight and bishop takes bishop, but the rook is still supporting the bishop. Yeah, so he wants to bust through the center and take advantage of this attack with the rook on the queen. I think oh, I can't push the pawn. If I was going to say I could just push the pawn, but that undefends the rook there. So let's go back here. Let him take a pawn. Now the queen's going after my back rank, maybe? Where do I want to go? I think I want to put pressure on his bishop here. It's also defended by my queen. His bishop, if it got to this square, would be forking my two pieces, so I have to watch out for that. He has a check here. Yep, he can take there. So let's take back first. Oh, I missed this tactic. He takes my bishop. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a good answer to that. So let's see. I have two pawns. For what it's worth. Here, let's attack his queen. That's what I should do. The queen is defending the bishop. So if I can exchange off the queen or distract it off of that diagonal.
Check.
Yeah, that's going to force some simplification here. Ah, and he's going to pick up the rook. Ah, very good. Well played, Templar here.
Check.
So he's a whole rook up at this point. And I am going to resign. Good game. I'm going to post a post-mortem on this later. See where I went wrong. See you guys then. Bye.